What's up, everybody? It's brother here, Big C, aka Holy Fug from Outlaw Cops Incorporated. So, I'm going to coin a term today, officially. Today is May 25th, 2021, and the time is officially. The time is officially 1:34 p.m.
I want a chain, I don't need a piece. That banana clip, let your key to.
Okay, so the term I'm going to officially coin today. It's official. It comes out of my mouth. It has ordained by me, Christopher O'Neal Haynes, aka Big C, also known as Holy Thug, also known as Sweets, also known as Brother Almighty, also known to my dad as Heavy D, rest in peace, Pops. I'm going to coin the term Outlaw Cops. Now, you will say, Chris, what the hell is Outlaw Cop? I'm going to get into that. So let me say this first. Let me be clear on this. Do I feel that police departments should be defunded? Objectively, no. Subjectively, yes. If a department is not serving the people the way it should be serving them, then them resources need to be cut and put elsewhere. I believe that. I don't pay my taxes to you for you to beat me inside my head or for you to, to mess around and to not serve me. Bottom line. Do I feel that the police should be abolished? This is what my stance on this is. This is my stance on this. This is my stance to Christopher O'Neal Haynes of sober, sound-minded body. I believe that the current institution of law enforcement should be abolished because it does not serve the people. It does not provide public safety as we are told it does, or we're told to believe that it does. What I do believe is that the current model of law enforcement should be abolished and it should be replaced with actual public safety. So that means we as the people, we need to have a serious discussion about what does public safety look like for the public. That's my stance on that. Now, get into my term I coined, Outlaw Cops. An outlaw cop is a person, man or woman, who serves on a police force. And they have the understanding that although they are employed by the system, they do not work for the system. Say it again. You understand that although they are employed by the system, they do not work for the system. An outlaw cop is a cop who serves the people. Bottom line. They serve the people. They do not do the work of tyrannical governments. So, give you some examples right now. The whole thing with police brutality. And people who are poor, people who are in oppressed classes, we know this already. But as Afro-American people, I'm going to explain this. We've always had issues. We've always been looked upon as being threats or being, for the most part, bullied by external officers, right? The system that we live in right now, the system, and this system, you gotta remember, is operated by Satan, by the way. The same government who designed racism to divide its people up from working together, so they won't stand against their tyranny, are the same people who use this police force to carry out their dirty work. These cops that's killing us, as African American people, just because they can. They work for the system. They work for the system. Now, keep in mind, Satan rules in high places. And that means not only does he rules in the spirit realm, but he rules also in the spirit realm, but he also rules earth through his high authorities on earth. Our United States government. And we're not saying that everybody in the government is crooked. We're saying that there are people within our government who benefit and profit off the separation of us as Americans and citizens. There are people who are oppressors who benefit off the oppression of American people. And that's what we're dealing with when we deal with police brutality. And that government can either, and even at a legislative level of government, there are people who benefit off the oppression of their citizens, and they use cops to enforce that. So now, Outlaw Cop. An Outlaw Cop is a cop who serves his people. They actually provide public safety. So, give you an example of what Outlaw Cop would do. See you speeding, right? They'll pull you over. You know, they'll question you and whatnot. You know, see what's going on and everything like that. And instead of giving you a ticket, they might give you a warning. You know what I'm saying? But if it kicks you many times, you're going to get a ticket. Because at some point, you got to be accountable for speeding, right? And endangering people's lives, right? So let's say a cop sees some kids playing, right? Or doing some like mischievous stuff like breaking windows, right? This particular cop is not going to harass the kids or be mean to the kids or use that as an excuse to throw them in jail. He or she will pull up on the children and talk to them for the most part. And just so you know, there are cops that do that, by the way. Of course, you don't see them on the media because the media don't want to portray that. Again, this is the system talking about, right? They want us to remain separated. And I said before, it's not so much that cops are beating up black folks all the time. It's not that ain't even the issue. The issue is, why do they feel the need to be so violent upon approaching Afro-American people? That's the issue. And see, an outlaw cop don't feel that way. An outlaw cop sees every person. They see the skin color, but they don't judge by the skin color. An outlaw cop is not going to see an Afro-American person and say, "Oh, he's a threat." They're going to see a citizen for the most part. That's how an outlaw cop does their job. An outlaw cop is not going to be quick to shoot. Now, not saying they won't shoot you. If there's a clear threat where you need to be put down, yeah, of course they'll put a bullet in your ass, of course. But they're not looking. But outlaw cops are not trigger happy. They're disciplined in their shooting policies. They're disciplined on when to shoot. They're not looking for a fight. They're not looking for a point. Outlaw cops are not trying to exert their authority. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, an outlaw cop is a person of integrity and human decency for the most part. That's the bottom line to it. An outlaw cop don't need his badge to make them a person, to make them somebody important. An outlaw cop gives meaning to the badge for the most part. That's what it does. That's what it does. It gives meaning to the badge. They give a meaning of honor to the badge. You know, if you're doing an outlaw cop in your community, you're not going to feel threatened. You know, you're not gonna feel like your life was in danger. For the most part. When an outlaw cop, you're not going to. You know you're gonna get service. You're gonna get good service. An outlaw cop knows the people in the community that it patrols. It has rapport with people in the community that it is assigned to. People know him. The old ladies know him. You know what I'm saying? They offer him water to drink, stuff like that. Offer him some food. You know, they know who he is. An outlaw cop he actually does community policing. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's not there to occupy territory. You know, he's not there to be a tough guy. You know, he's not a thug hiding behind the badge. And that brings me to the point of why the current state of law enforcement needs to be abolished. Because for the very most part, when we do a research and a study about the first police force in America, they were thugs, hired thugs, for the most part, hired muscle. That's what they were. And I'm just giving you a brief, more condensed version. But think about it and read about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of them started off as gangs. One of the reasons why some law enforcement departments have a gang mentality. Look at LAPD. LAPD have they're the biggest gang in America, and NYPD. If you know about the history of Los Angeles and the city of Compton, so for the most part, when I started on History Channel, you know, Compton, California was at one point all Caucasians, right? Middle class suburb, right? When African American people started migrating from the South, places like Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana to California to work in the factories, you know, some of the white people, of course, they didn't like that. You know, that's one of the things that led to white flight. White flight is when Caucasian people leave your neighborhood when it starts getting populated with Afro Americans. They leave and they take their resources with them as well. So, but most part, white kids will beat up with the black kids. White kids will get together in gangs, beat up the black kids. Black kids are forming gangs to defend themselves against the white kids from being beat up. Now, a lot of those white children that were beat up the black kids end up joining the LAPD. So I think y'all can figure out the rest for yourself now. But yeah, I believe we need more outlaw cops, and I'm giving you 2 examples of outlaw cops. And actually, these are the 2 people that actually somewhat inspired me to come up with this term. So, of course, and again, these people, you probably heard about it a brief amount of time, but it wasn't blasted, of course, by the media, of course not. So, Officer Stephen Maynard. I believe this was in 2006, I believe this happened. But look it up for yourself, so you can read it for yourself. Officer Stephen Maynard. He had a situation. He was fired for not shooting an Afro-American man. He fired him. Yes, I said that. Stephen Maynard, Caucasian male officer, was fired from his police department for not shooting an Afro-American male. Afro-American male came upon a man. Afro-American male threatened to kill himself. Kept telling the cop to shoot me. Shoot me, shoot me. So, in brief, Officer Stephen Maynard said, "I knew what this was. He wanted to kill himself. He wanted to commit suicide." So, what did he do? He defused the situation. Officer Stephen Maynard was fired for saving the life of a citizen who was a mentally ill citizen who was in distress. That's what this man got fired for doing public safety. Doing public safety. That's what he got fired for. Officer Stephen Maynard decided to do public safety as opposed to law enforcement. This is why the current model of law enforcement needs to be abolished. This is why we need public safety. Now, 2016, an Afro-American lady by the name of Carrie Thorne. As some of y'all may know, she recently was vindicated. She spent time in jail. So this officer, she stopped her partner from putting a chokehold on a young 16-year-old boy. This officer, her partner was going to kill him. But she was accused of stopping, I believe what happened was that she got accused of stopping an arrest. And she also spent time in jail. She also lost the income. She lost a lot of money because the officer later on sued her for defamation of character. And that prick got promoted, by the way. That asshole got promoted. Okay? And sued her and won. So, again, listen what I'm telling y'all. And that's a good example right there of outlaw cops versus of public safety versus law enforcement. Okay, you have a police officer who stops her partner from choking a young man, 16-year-old boy, grown-ass man choking on a boy. The officer stops him from choking. She gets fired and prosecuted in return. She was doing public safety. Officer Carrie Thorne was doing public safety. She chose to do that rather than law enforcement. Her partner, the cop choking out the young man, is doing law enforcement. He works for the system. Officer Carrie Thorne works to serve the people. That's an outlaw cop right there. Please, and I wish I had known about these people earlier in life, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I would have donated some money to them. If anybody needed a GoFundMe account, it was those two officers right there. Now, I'm not on the back to blue bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-oppression. And I'm not for any group of people who works or is in agreement with anybody oppressing another group of people. I can't go for that. I can't, as a man of God, sit here, man, God's kingdom, be here of good conscience and support that. I'm not going to support a lie. I'm not going to support a facade. I can't. Outlaw cops. These cops are out there every day, serving our people, serving the community, and they don't get recognition. You know what I'm saying? And it's not right. And although we're dealing with these asshole cops who want to author their authority and try to punk people and all that, it's so easy to get mad about them. But we need to also be thanking God for the cops out there who are not doing that. Thank God for the outlaw cops who's out there trying to do the right thing, doing the right thing. That's ain't trying to help. They doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the right thing. I got a friend of mine who's an officer. I'm not gonna say his name, but this man stopped somebody, and this is during the height of COVID. Okay, somebody spit in his face with COVID. Could have knocked him out. Held him over. The average cop probably that worked for the system would have knocked him out. Probably would have killed him, and then worked a report up to stick over their ass. But not this one. Nope. He held his composure and properly arrested him. mean, outlaw cop, a cop that serves the people. You know, and again, these cops don't let folks off the hook. That's not what's being said. And don't misconstrue what I'm saying either, because some of y'all like to take stuff here on social media and run with it and make up shit. No, I'm saying these are cops who know how to serve people. They do their job, keep the public safe, and serve people. They're not trying to flex. They serve people. These are the cops who are actually performing public safety. This is what we need in our country, is public safety, not law enforcement. We need public safety. We need cops who community police. They know people in the neighborhood. They serve the people. So I'm gonna give you another example. So Outlaw Cop would do. So let's say he come across some gang niggas, right? You know all the gangs in the neighborhood, okay? You know the OGs, you know the BGs, right? He knows the ones who are really, really bad people. And he knows the ones who act bad, but they're not really bad. He knows the ones who are the tough guys. He knows the ones who are the actual killers. He has rapport with these people because he know who they are. Now he know ain't nobody ain't gonna snitch. You know all that. You know, for the most part, he know they're not gonna snitch, and he's not gonna require them to snitch. Okay. He gets this done through his relationships with people. The hood niggas, you know what I'm saying? Sorry to use that word coming out, but the hood niggas know who he is. You know what I'm saying? They know he's a cop, so of course they're not gonna talk to him. They're not gonna talk to him. Just have a conversation with him, just talk to him about anything and kick it with him like they're buddies. But there's a mutual respect there between them two. If these gangsters out here got a moral code, you know, like, you know, they ain't like, you know, they don't involve kids in their business and all that, and they do right by the children for the most part. You know, they're not out here trying to, you know, destroy a neighborhood for the most part, but yeah, there's a mutual respect there. You know what I'm saying? You know, if these OGs are real OGs for real, where they're not, where they don't got the little baby BGs doing like a whole bunch of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like selling dope to other kids and killing other kids. You know, the Outlaw Cop and OG, for the most part, they'll get along. But it's based on a mutual respect. And a lot of times when something go on in the neighborhood, an Outlaw Cop will work with the OG to try to keep things calm and in order for the most part. So no bloodshed won't happen. So that's just an example right there. So that's my tidbit right there for the most part. I do want to say all the Outlaw Cops out there who's serving the people, thank you very much. I do salute you. I do thank you. Those of you cops who stood up in the past, who's been fired from your jobs because you did not do the work of the oppressor, God bless you. And I declare that God favor you and honor you for, you know what I'm saying, for your sacrifices of standing tall and doing what's right by the people. Brother Big C here. We gotta fix this people. We the people. Part of the people. We gotta fix this. This is on us to fix. Brother Big C here. Y'all be blessed. One love.